Good morning. Hi, I'm Kristin Omdahl, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 281, and we're here live in Southwest Florida watching the sunrise over the buildings and the trees to the east. And this is the Gulf of Mexico behind me. As you can see, the waves are a little bit rough today, a little bit windy down here, but absolutely gorgeous. If you're joining me live, please say hello. Let me know what you're crafting on this morning, what your projects are, and if you have any questions for me, please feel welcome to ask. Hi Karen, KB, hi Sherry, thanks for joining live. I have a few announcements to make this morning, but I will wait until everybody has said hello. Hi Judy and Belle, Christy, Sherry, thanks for joining live. Glad to see you all here. Hopefully you had a nice weekend, possibly a long weekend. Good morning Connie, Joe, Judy, Nikki. Thanks for joining live. Lots of emojis this morning. Those are so fun. I took a long time to get on the emoji bandwagon. Chantel, Lily, Jane. Good morning, Jane. And Jane wants a shout out to her BFF, Chris. Yes, I saw an email from you yesterday, but I did not see the name of your BFF. So if you want it today, that's fine. Welcome to the podcast, Chris. Glad you could join us with Jane this morning. Good morning, Pauline. Lisa got her packages, wonderful. Hi Naomi, hi Grace, thanks for joining live. Hi Bev, lots of activity this morning. Look at all these friendly faces, or friendly, you know what I mean, names. Hi Melissa. Glad to see so many people could join live this morning. The beach is beautiful. I'll show you what it looks like all around. Here's the beach to the south of us. You can see the visibility is not that great, and that's because there's probably a lot of mist in the air because of all the wind. Oh, all the metal detector people are out. Of course, it's been a holiday weekend. I bet there's a lot more. Wow. Three people with metal detectors out this morning. What does that tell you? Oh boy, Sherry's got lots of snow. Thanks, Lisa. Hi, Judy. Thanks for joining live. Good morning, Kim. I don't know if anyone recognizes the top I'm wearing underneath the vest. Does anybody recognize this top? I'll wait and see if anyone recognizes it first. Good morning, Chris. Hi, Mar. Thanks for joining live. Actually, my earrings match my top, too. I wasn't sure if it was too matchy or not, but I went with it anyways. All right, Grace recognizes it. Lisa recognizes it. Good. So this is I think it's one of my most popular videos on my YouTube channel. This is where I took a very simple Walmart t-shirt. I want to say it was like a $3 or $4 t-shirt, and I cut the crew neck off of the shirt and then picked up and crocheted a yoke onto it. And you can watch the YouTube video here. You can just search for it by crochet on t-shirt yoke. It's pretty easy to find. It's also in my album or playlist on crochet on fabric, and you'll see it's just crochet mesh. So I did this with Be So Fine yarn and Chantilly lace, which is the same yarn I did these earrings in. And I don't know, I'm on the fence about whether it's too matchy-matchy. I think as long as I have a separate layer and a separate color on, I think it's okay. If I didn't, then I think it would be too matchy-matchy. But it's a great way to use a t-shirt and repurpose it. I'm not a big fan of crew neck t-shirts, so this was a great option for me because I like things to be lowered. Also, I wanted to point out that I get tons of questions about the fact that I did not hem my cut line on here. And machine knit jersey fabric, which is what t-shirt is made out of, does not fray. So I'm going to show this to you really up close. This is not hemmed, and this is, gosh, how old is that video? 3 years old now? Look at that. This is a 3-year-old t-shirt, and it has not frayed. Now, if you're uncomfortable with that, or if you're unsure if your fabric is going to be as accommodating to a cut, you could do fray check on there. You could sew a hem first. There's all sorts of ways that you could clean that up if you prefer to put a hem on there. But I just wanted to show you, because it's one thing for me to say, oh no, it doesn't fray, it's fine, and another thing to actually show you what I'm talking about. So I hope that helped. Christy likes my vest too. This I got on eBay. You know I'm a huge fan of shopping for used stuff on eBay. This is a Lucky Brand leather vest. It's a little bit longer too. A little bit longer. Something I bought on eBay a couple years ago, probably for like $10 or so for a photo shoot. I was doing a photo shoot for the Kimmy top, the long sleeve version in coral, Be So Sporty yarn, and so I wanted this for a layer over it. Post it for you. What do you want me to post, Lisa? I have your tutorial. I can't read all that, Naomi, sorry. You might want to try that again or save it for the recorded comments. I couldn't get to all of it. It scrolls pretty fast, like it comes up and then it fades out as I'm reading it. Ellen just finished elf hats for students to wear. That's one ode to when they go ring Salvation Army bells. That's great, Ellen. Good job. Oh, find you stuff on eBay. Yeah, I've been trying to think about how I could do that. That's a good idea, Lisa. The only, be tricky though. I think I should do a tutorial on how to shop on eBay. Maybe that would be better. But yes, I agree. I would love to be able to share my knowledge of shopping on eBay for used clothes for 15 years because I've really gotten to understand what to look for, what not to look for, and all sorts of things. Good morning, Patricia. Thanks for joining live. So I will think on that, Lisa. What else did I want to say? I extended the Black Friday sale all weekend in case anyone didn't notice, and I did reduce the price of the sample garments to come into Cyber Monday. And as soon as I get back to my office this morning, I'm going to list a couple more yarns on the Hank sale. So if you're interested in, I think I'll be putting a few more yarns on sale for the Hank sale, meaning instead of being wound into a center pull ball, they'll be sold in the Hank for a few dollars less. So if you want that savings and to wind yourself, I'm going to put 3 or 4 more yarns on sale this morning for Cyber Monday. And yeah, and I'll send out an email after I do so, which will remind you of everything that's for sale for Black Friday and also add in the new ones for Cyber Monday. Oh, Patricia, I did not take off a few days for myself, but that brings me into my next announcement. Let's see, let me see when that started. Although I didn't do the podcast Friday or Saturday, a lot of people thought that it's because I took off or Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I forget which days I took off. But anyway, back in July when I re-signed my lease, and even before that, my landlord was talking about wanting me to move out because he doesn't want to be a landlord anymore. He wants to sell the condo that I live in. And so starting probably about a year ago, he started telling me this and told me he wasn't going to renew the lease, then was, and so I had to start looking. Couldn't find anything to move my business and my home. Good morning, Vera. But I've been on the lookout ever since and couldn't find anything in my price range, in my size, in my location. So then we renewed the lease in July, but we renewed the lease and he said, but if you can find something before the end of this lease, you can leave without penalty, but the very latest you can stay here is through June. So automatically I felt like I got to start looking because I got to leave anyway, may as well start looking, knowing full well that it's really hard to find things in my price range, in my location, and in everything that I need for work mostly, and for personal. So 2 weeks ago, I found a rental that checks off almost exactly everything on my checklist, and I applied for it, I got approved, and so yay. But because the demand is so high for rentals in my area, they had high demands on me as well, and so they wanted a quick move-in. And so I'm moving in December which means I am on a mad dash right now to pack up my inventory, my business, my home, everything all by myself while being a single mom, while being an entrepreneur and running a company. And it's extremely overwhelming, but really awesome because the rental is actually going to be wonderful for my business. So is stress, look at my hands are shaking. So I'm nervous right now because I've got a lot to do, but it's going to be good. So if you want to send your good vibes my way and help me visualize getting everything packed before the movers come, I would appreciate that. I'm super excited that I found a place, but now the next challenge is getting everything physically done in time without help and or with minimal help or whatever I'm doing. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work to do when you don't really have time to do it. So any well wishes that you want to share with me would be great. And that was actually the inspiration behind the Black Friday and Hank sale. The reason I'm saying, the reason I'm putting things so much more on sale than I normally would is an incentive to sell them instead of having to move them, because it's going to cost a lot of money to move everything. So I figured anything that I could share the wealth with you, you guys get a savings, and then I don't have to pack it and pay movers to move it. Seemed like a win-win. So thank you, Darlene. I appreciate it. You know, it's really stressful when you're doing everything, trying to figure out how to figure everything out, and doing it all in your own little bubble. So thank you so much for the well wishes. Yeah, Kim, I figure everyone benefits with a good sale right before I move. Thank you, Lisa. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. So I got so stressed out last week as I started packing that I was like, I can't do the podcast and pack and do a sale. You know, I just panicked. And then realized and then I saw how disappointed and upset people were in the Create, Share, Inspire podcast, or Create, Share, Inspire page on Facebook, and realized, you know, it's not anyone else's fault that I'm stressed out, and there's no point in being stressed out behind the scenes and people not understanding. So I realized I needed to come out and with full disclosure tell you what's going on, and also show you as an example how life is not perfect. We all get stressed out. It's okay, and we're just going to keep pushing forward anyway. So I should be fine doing the podcast throughout the move. I suppose on moving day I won't be at the beach, but if I just go live from wherever I'm at, I suppose we can still talk, and if people have questions for me, we'll do that. I don't foresee any problems with shipping during the move, so don't feel like you can't shop and order stuff, because I have everything organized. You know I'm an organized person. I have everything organized so that there will be no hiccup for my office. My office is going to be functioning. Shipping labels are going to get printed, and orders are going to go out to the post office every single day through the move, so don't worry about that at all. And work is not going to skip a beat at all. Yeah, chat and pack. That's a good one, Ellen. That's funny. Yeah, it's always better to be open about things, right, Pamela? It's always better to be open than sweep it under the rug, because when you keep things from people, what ends up happening is they realize something's wrong, and then they can make assumptions that may not be true. So it's always better to be open. I feel like it is. So whenever possible, I try to share things because I think I can use my situations as examples to just show other people how to try and, you know, go with the flow. Speaking of which, if I look a little extra hyper this morning, I almost stepped on a snake in flip-flops on the way here this morning. You know, when I'm walking from the parking lot to the beach and I'm on that boardwalk, well, I was so excited to get on the boardwalk and look out and see where the sea meets the trees, and there was a snake in the cement right in front of the boardwalk, and I wasn't looking at the beginning of the boardwalk. He was about this long. Not a pygmy rattlesnake like last time, thank God, but I don't know what the heck this one was. He was creamy with green and white spots on his head, and then darker green on his back. Ugh. Anyway, I'm in flip-flops, and he was playing dead but wasn't dead because his head was up like this as he was looking at me. I screamed so loud, but I literally almost stepped on him. So then in the process of screaming, I had to step over him because I already had the momentum of walking fast. Oh. And in flip-flops. And short pants. Like, all my skin was exposed. And now I gotta wonder if he's still there when I go back to the car. So, like, oh Grace, if I had the choice, I probably wouldn't have. I was walking fast and in the momentum of moving forward. By the time I saw him, I was already almost about to step on him, so the only thing to do was to step over him. It was ridiculous. Blech. Anyway, so if I look a little extra hyper this morning, that's why. Does anybody have any questions for me? I'll post a link to this video in the video description when we'll try to buy. Yay, Judy, yes, please. That's a great idea. If anybody feels like buying while stuff is on sale, now's the time to do it. You know I only do a sale about once a year anyway, so I'm going to put more yarn on sale today for the Hank sale version. And yes, that would be the best way to help me with the move, is to enjoy the sale. Because the more you buy, the less I have to pack and move. And then we can start over fresh when we get to the new place. So that would be great. Thanks for suggesting it, Judy, and I completely concur. That's awesome. Lisa agrees too. Thank you. Good morning. All right, let's see if there's any other questions. Oh, and these are from... Oh, Judy, I've already got to leave every day. I don't mind making extra trips to the post office. I drop Marlon off in the morning and I come back to pick him up in the afternoon, and I go by the post office twice a day. Yep, and it's a great time for a sale too because it's the holidays, right? So if you have extra gifts that you need to buy anybody, you can buy them handmade samples, handmade by me. You can buy them yarn. Yeah, lots of people on the beach. We are, you know, we're really approaching the height, not quite the height of season, but yeah, we're approaching it. So December is a really busy month here. Thank you, Sherry, for sharing all my posts. I appreciate it. December's a busy month, and then January and February might be our busiest months. I don't know, but we're definitely at. Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate it so much. And so, as soon as I get back to my office this morning, I will put several more yarns on sale, and it won't be in their regular listings. I'm going to make extra listings for the Hank sale, like I did for Be So Fine, Be So Sporty, and the bling yarns. I'm going to do the same thing for Be So Soulful, Be So Tender, Be So Cozy, Be So Toasty, Be So Lush. And I think I'm sold out of Be So Bold, not 100% sure. Pamela made the toffee, wonderful, I'm so glad. Did you use the thermometer like I suggested? Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of the Queen Bee bag, Lisa. It's one of my favorites. I kept a couple of samples. I think that's one that I kept. Oh, and Be So Baby is on sale too. Do I know off the top of my head? It depends on the size of the order, Kim, but if you put together your order, my website will show you how much your postage is. I charge very little for postage compared to what I actually pay. Sometimes, depends on the size of the order. Sometimes I pay the same amount, sometimes I actually pay more. then you get charged. So it's very comparable to the actual price. I don't add anything for shipping and handling, and I do the cheapest shipping possible, which is international first class. So if that helps, you know, I do my best. Thank you, Melissa. I just charge plain for first class mail in the US and international. I don't charge for shipping and handling. I don't charge for my boxes or tissue paper or anything like that. Sometimes I end up paying extra. Sometimes I end up paying more than you pay for the shipping, but I have to calculate in a way to try to keep it as low as possible, so that's how I do it. Someone else mentioned that shipping is always fast. That is because I work really hard at shipping things within 24 hours of the order arriving. We live in a world where Amazon Prime is, I think, the expectation, and so it's a lot of pressure on small businesses to try to keep up with that. And the only way to do that is to really hustle to try to keep up with it. And so I am sending out first class packages, not Amazon Prime packages, but I'm trying my hardest to get them out as soon as possible so that there is no lag time. And so a lot of you know I ship the same day your orders come in. As long as an order comes in by a certain time in the afternoon, if I'm really in the flow of getting things out, it can still go out same day, but I don't guarantee that because it depends on the day and the number of orders. But more times than not, like I would say 90% of my orders are shipped within 24 hours of receiving, unless there's been a sale or a pre-order or something where they get backed up a little bit, but that's only for something that's an exception. I would say 90% of the time, my packages go out within 24 hours. And that's within, so sometimes within 12 hours. But I enjoy shipping so much, you all know that. I enjoy packing up the packages. I enjoy packing them like a care package for a friend. I enjoy the office supplies. I enjoy all of the little gadgety things like the stickers and the tissue. You know how much I enjoy all that. Naomi used her birthday coupon. Yay! Wonderful! Judy, it's so funny you said that. Judy said that my shipping's so fast it makes her head spin. And I think this is so funny. I know I've said this before, but it's hilarious. More than one time, I have received a review where someone said, shipping is so fast, I almost got whiplash. And you know what? When you hear something multiple times, it's a pattern, right? And I think that that's just awesome. What better, well, there are lots of compliments that you could enjoy, but it's a good one. So thank you. You're welcome, Pamela. Yeah, wonderful that you love the toffee. I'm so glad. Everybody I've made it for absolutely loves it. Hi, Letty. Thanks for joining live. Well, I'm so glad too, Jane. That's awesome. Jeanette. Oh, is that going on still, Jeanette? So there's still a postage strike in Canada. Oh, that's a bummer. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully that gets cleared up quickly. Oh, also, the sooner that, I'm gonna sound like a tease here in a minute, but the sooner that my worsted weight yarns sell out, so that's part of the incentive to get everything on the Hank sale right now. As soon as I get back to the office, I'll set it up. As soon as all of my worsted weight yarns, let's see, how am I going to say this? As soon as all of my worsted weight yarns sell out, on my next batch of dyeing worsted weight yarns, I have a big surprise for everybody, and that's all I'm going to say. So the sooner they sell out, the sooner I can buy new stock as soon as I move and start the new dyeing process, which will coordinate with whatever you buy now anyway, because I like to use the same colors. Yeah, Be So Tender is going to be on sale too. Probably not at the same discount because it is a cheaper yarn, so I will adjust the sale accordingly to be the same ratio or the same percentage. So I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it'll definitely be on sale as well. Definitely. Yep. Yeah, I love Be So Tender too. I love it. And so that's a worsted weight yarn. Be so tender, be so cozy, be so brave, and be so bold. Those are all going to have special dyeing. Those are going to have a special dyeing surprise in the next batch. But the incentive is got to sell out of these before doing it. So Vera wants to know what earrings I'm wearing today. These are the Ariana earrings from 80 Handmade Gifts. It's one of the 80 projects to cook, crochet, knit, sew, and more in my newest book, 80 Handmade Gifts. You can find it on my website, autographed, or you can order it on Amazon worldwide, all over the world, and you can also, as a paperback, and you can also order it as an ebook on Ravelry or on Kindle. And this is done in Chantilly lace, same as the tank top that I'm wearing, or t-shirt I'm wearing. They both use Be So Fine yarn in Chantilly lace. Great questions today, everybody. I'm thinking about adding some jewelry pieces to the sample sale today, but I'm not sure if I have time. We'll see. So I'm thinking that the sale may go on all week, and I may be adding things as I go. So Black Friday, Cyber Monday might turn into moving and birthday, because my birthday's Friday. So the sale may morph into other things. So I'm just going to keep the sale going and keep the party going until my birthday. How's that? So until Friday, November 30th, I'm going to be putting a bunch of different things on sale, and you know, as things sell out, we'll put other things on sale and just have some fun, right? I want to make packing more fun, and this is a way to make it more fun. Oh, it's Stormbury, okay. Can the baklava balls be made with dried figs instead of dates? I don't see why not. I would try it. I love figs. I was eating some dried figs yesterday, and I was just thinking, gosh, I love these so much. And I don't make, and I was trying to think of some things to make with it. So it's funny you ask that. You know, one of the things that I love making with dried figs is jam, because you don't need to add pectin in it. It actually thickens up on its own. So if you reconstitute them in water a little bit and then put them through the food processor, you can actually make jams so easy with them. It's the easiest jam I've ever made. I love the baklava energy balls. They're awesome. When is move-in date? Well, I have some wiggle room because I needed to give 30 days notice to my former landlord, but the new landlord wanted me to take occupancy and start paying right away. So there's a month gap, but moving will begin at the beginning of December. So it's real soon. I will be in Naples, but it's very close to Bonita. I will be, you know, less than 10 minutes from where I'm at now. Or no, maybe something like that. Very close. All right, well, we are almost out of time, so let's take this last minute here to look out on this magnificent view, soak in the sounds of the waves, the colors of the beautiful scenery, and set our intentions for the day. Okay, so that was a lot of announcements today. So we're going to have a big sale all week. It's going to change as things move along, but it's going to be lots of fun. I am going to be nervous and stressed and crazy this week. I can't even guarantee you're not going to see me cry. But I am going to be open and honest about the whole experience with you. And we are going to do this together, and you all inspire me to be stronger and more brave than sometimes I feel like I want to be, and that's good too. Marlon does as well, which is awesome. Anyway, so we're going to have a fun week, we're going to have a crazy week, and it's all going to work out beautifully because I'm getting a better space to work in than I thought I was even going to find. So yay, yay, yay. Please, if you haven't signed up for my newsletter, please sign up. When we finish here, there'll be a link in the video description below, because as soon as I put the extra stuff on sale this morning, an email will go out, and that's where you'll find out what's for sale, what's on sale. But if you also just go to the header Black Friday sale, that's where I'm going to keep all of it on in the shop. So I'll just keep it all categorized there too. So there'll be both ways you can find it, and maybe I'll put out a blog post too. We'll see what I have time to do. But anyway, thank you all so much. I hope you enjoyed chatting with me and everyone else here today. I hope you are excited about all of my announcements like I am. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye!